It's the final episode in charge of Tromso in this save. I'm going to be sad to leave, I honestly am, but I felt like we should really go out with a bang. That's why I've gone full Hawaiian shirt today, to really celebrate what we've actually achieved at this club. And so today, the plan is simple. We go until we are knocked out of the Europa League. And if that means we go all the way to the final, then settle in, because this could be a very, very long video, but hopefully we'll have some good fun along the way. Of course, if you have enjoyed the series up to this point, really do appreciate it if you would smash the like button. That would be fantastically helpful. And yeah, love you lots. Jumping straight in. So Georgie Bettina is here. Of course, I showed him right at the very end of the last episode when I just decided to pick up a guy. Regardless of whether we were going to be here or not, I decided to pick up this guy. And for £2.9 million, I think he's an absolute bargain. I honestly could not believe the value we managed to get in this lad here. He is ridiculously good. And I think he's the final piece of a puzzle. Imagine the midfield, though, with Rakic, Tokic, and Patilla in there. It's actually kind of scary what those guys could achieve. Now remember, when it comes to Europe this year, we'll only be able to register 3 new players, so we really do have to bear that in mind with our transfers and try to be extremely picky. I'm not going to be going into as much detail with transfers as I would normally do in one of these videos, because it's sort of like an ersatz transfer window, where our real aim is to get as far progressed as possible and see how these guys do in Europe so we can go out with a bang. Whilst in the meantime, keeping an eye on the job market in Denmark, because that is really where I have my eye on next. In addition, it's just occurred to me that with this setup with the videos, the job hunt video for the next job hunt is going to be episode number 69. Nice. In addition, Gilbert Sabanda extended his loan. Man United were just like, yeah, go on, lads, no problem. Not a dicky bird, no issues at all, unlike Chelsea. So that's kind of cool as well. I've signed a few players onto some new contracts. The only one who won't sign a new contract at the moment is Pontus Skoglund, which is a bit of a shame. I am worried, of course, about the board selling our players in January. We have seen that they have a propensity to do that in the past with Michael Indestad, so I am a little bit worried, honestly. We're not considered rich by any means, and that seems to be the only way on FM22 that you can avoid your board selling your players out from underneath you, and we're not going to be able to achieve that goal anytime soon, sadly. I think we need about 50 million in the bank to get that. So we're just going to have to hope and pray that no massive bids come in for our players. I mean, there are some bids, but like moon money bids. And now we progress. Out of interest right now, there's actually only one job available, and this is for the entirety of the leagues we have available at the moment, and that's just Tisted in the second tier in Denmark. So no big deal to worry about that. But I am going to filter this so we just keep an eye on the Danish leagues, even though, you know, we're only really interested in the top flight, just to see if any amazing jobs come along in the meantime, because there might be the perfect job for us that comes along while we're still here. Hopefully that's not the case, but if it's there, you know. Now we are of course still working to the 20-year rule at the moment. We might relax it later if it just becomes a bit difficult, particularly with Finland and Iceland, but for the moment I'm still happy to do that, so we get to visit some slightly different clubs. And in case anyone was wondering about what's actually happened to Michael Indestad since he made that move to Dortmund, because I figured that was a point of interest. Did play a few times for Dortmund in the second season he was at the club, and actually got 5 in 9, which is very solid behaviour, particularly as I imagine not all of them were starts either. Went to Troyes last season, did okay, but now he's under a bid from someone, and it's from Hertha for £7 million. We could bring Michael Indestad back. We'd have room in the squad for him. That'd be quite fun, actually, just to try and bring Indestad back, because then we'd have Lisa and Indestad, and then Sabanda and Kawamoto for the other roles. And we do have a spare squad slot for a homegrown talent, and Indestad certainly would be that. But the wages, I think, would be the problem, honestly. And then failing that, we could always go after Anders Heitveit of Molde as well. Ignoring the actual thing here, he has some fantastic attributes, and it would be quite funny to steal Molde's best striker after all this time. Well, he's incredibly interested. Interest from other clubs, none. Indestad is incredibly interested in negotiating terms. I'd be quite happy to bring him back on a squad player, depending on what his wages would be like. So see what the wages would be like. I'm sure I could wangle it. And we've got the money too. 29,000. Jesus Christ, Michael. What's the most I can offer? 17,000. Really? We have more money than we had before, and yet I can offer less wages. That's kind of odd. I can offer him the maximum of the appearance fees to bump things up a little bit and stuff like that, and landmark goal bonuses, but this is about all I can do. So if he doesn't like this, then I don't think we can really go much further than this. I love it. I love it. I offer him everything, and it doesn't change a single thing about the requirements for the contract. Not one thing has been dropped at all. The exact... Really, agent? That would be a shame. But if he won't agree to this, then there's not much I can really do here, is there? I think what really helps here is Molde failing to qualify for the Champions League means he's going to want to play in the Champions League, and it would cost us probably around about the same amount of money as Indestad, and arguably he's a more effective striker because he can actually finish on a more regular basis. But I kind of want to sign Anders Heitveit from Molde, just for the fun. Wage expectations, 41... Love it. 41,000 to 55k, when we've literally just had his agent tell us that it was 19 to 28,000. What is that? What is the point? What is the actual point of having Oh, dearie me. I hope they take that stuff out for FM22. What is the point of having a talk to an agent button when they just tell you stuff that is completely... Now, I realise, of course, in real life, agents do that. But it's just such a pointless game mechanic that has no purpose other than screws everything up for you. Right, well, that's not happening either. Good luck getting £42,000 off Mulder. So there's this guy. Now, the cool thing about this is that James Gomez is probably not going to be around this season, and this guy, Andre Jonsson, is a homegrown player. He's listed at £2.2 million from Viking. He's solid, not the best aggression, I must admit, but he's great in the air, not the slowest either particularly, good teamwork, good tackling, marking. I think he's a solid player. For £2.2 million, I'd quite like to try and pick him up, particularly if we could steal them out from underneath other clubs, potentially. I think we could pay that. And £2.2 million would be fine. We're just going to try it, honestly, because I feel like we've got a spare squad slot available, and it would be perfect for a homegrown player as well. And it would also allow us to James Gomez to potentially move on if he wants to, and sort of bed the club in. And for £2.2 million, I think he'd be worth it. So he has, this is weird, he says he went back to them despite having better offers elsewhere. Improvements, well, I mean, oh, that's his current wage. No, it can't be his current wage. There's no way he's on that. So yeah, he's signed for FC Copenhagen on less money than what we offered him. All right, well, good for you, mate. Enjoy not playing for them. Found this random guy called Carlos Enrique at a club called Retro, which is a really cool name for a club. We know very little about him other than that my guess is he'd be a deep-lying forward, considering he's got no finishing ability, but his passing and vision are solid. He's decent in the air and has good physicals from what I can make out. And he's free. He's literally free in 18, so he would be a homegrown signing for the club later down the line anyway, and if he's cheap enough, I'm going to pick him up for them. Okay, so we got him. He's not spectacular, but for a free transfer on £650 a week, it was worth a punt, really. Now, we've been unable to register Nicholas Dida this season, and that makes sense in a way, in order to get our new man in, the Romanian fella. So I'm tempted to go after this guy, Sigve Ronved of Mulder, as a sort of left-sided option for us as well, and it's another way of weakening Mulder. Actually, I wanted this guy last time around, but they wouldn't let us have him on loan, but now I feel like we're in a position to just go and buy him outright, to be fair, so I'm tempted to do so, mainly because he can play wing-back, because he's fairly decent, and he could cover centre-back if we needed him to, but as a wide centre-back, I feel like he'd actually be very, very strong indeed. 4.6 million, and then another million after 50 league games. That's over 2 seasons, probably more than that, actually. And then, let's say with the international appearances, that's, you know, that's after 10 appearances for Norway. I'm going to take that. See if he'll... I don't think he'll want too much wages. It looks like it'd be between 5 and 8k. That's fine. Okay, so he does want a fair bit, but I know for a fact that Milan are circling, and I kind of want to get him over the line before we lose out to another Italian side, like we lost out that last guy. Are you joking? Wrongved's just joined bloody Are we allowed to sign anybody? Every player we try to sign just joins someone else. This is mad. Don't they know who we are? It's like managing Treaty United, except for the part where they actually talk to us. Well, we got our youth intake. It's another poor one, to be fair. But what can you do? Torbjorn Algroy is the best guy. Oh my lordy lord. 5'11", no jumping reach, no heading ability, no aggression, no marking ability. Tackling and positioning are okay. He's fine, really. Oh, they went out in the end, but fair play to them for actually getting that far and beating Sporting. So yeah, teams we could potentially play. Atletico, Benfica, who did a 4-1 deficit against Spurs. I know people keep making comments about how Spurs are spursing everything up. How do they keep doing this? They were 4-1 up against Benfica from the first leg and then lost 5-0 in Portugal. I'm sorry, Spurs. They can't help themselves. Partizan are through. Djurgården are through. I'd like to play against them on account of the fact that, well, they're stealing players as well. FC Copenhagen are through. Porto are through. And Leipzig are through. So it's some quite quality sides in there too. Here's the draw. Now, obviously, it does throw in some sides like Arsenal and Milan. There's some quality sides in here. Mulder, of course, in here too. Atalanta, Braga, Getafe. That'd be fascinating. Let's see who we're going to get in our first of our Europa League games. Come on. Give me someone good. Porto. Oh, that's not good. That's quite tough, actually. I still feel like we could maybe take them over 2 legs, honestly. Mulder gets Sporting as well. So, and Getafe versus FC Copenhagen. There's some interesting ties in here. This is... Imagine just going out immediately. Let's have a look at the Danish job market, just in case, eh? None. Not one job available at the moment. This is what I mean about how difficult it's going to be. Well, here we are. Yeah. Transfers have really been a struggle this time around. And maybe it's because I'm less attached to the players we're trying to look at, and because I know that we are going to be leaving. But at the same time, every player we've tried to go in for has either been completely unattainable or has just joined someone else, no matter what we're doing at the moment. But yeah, it's Porto today. Let's try and win this. We don't end it here. That's for Porto now. Esposito already on a yellow card there for them potentially, cleared away. And Lisa will pick this up. Nice little drop down for Rakic. He could get the return pass here as well, and he does. Really nice counter-attack on the cards here. Kawamoto's throw. Can he finish it? Koki Kawamoto dinks it over the goalkeeper, and it's Porto 0, Tromso 1. Koki's first goal of the season. But what a lightning counter-attack that was. Brilliant from Lisa and Rakic. 1-0. 65 minutes on the clock. We're doing well. Oh, it's such a poor pass from Kivrak. That could cost us dearly here. Marina, look at the space into the channel now. Twan is in for Porto, and this could be really costly for us. A great save from Johansson. That saved us there. Has to turn provider this time, Kivrak. So many bodies forward here. We've got to be careful we don't lose the ball. Cornish could ping this. It's through a crowd of bodies and it's in. It's Porto 0, Tromso 2, Leo Cornic off the bench, and that's a thoroughly deserved goal. We're 2-0 up in Portugal. This is huge. Although we've lost the ball in a weird melee there where there could have been a foul potentially, but it could get cut out. It's not going to be. Keki's through for Porto here. That's another big stop from Johansson. He's been spectacular today. Cleared by Lias Duan, and Tokic brings it clear. Hello. It's 3-on-1. It's a 3-on-1 breakaway. Lisa, Kawamoto, can he kill the tie maybe? Kawamoto's killed the tie! It's 3-0! Porto 0, Tromso 3. Why were they throwing so many bodies forward late on in the match like that at only 2-0 on the tie? It's now 3-0. Now you can see that we had the same number of shots and shots on target each. We just had a better quality of chance, but still, Mattias Johansson was phenomenal in this game. At 8.6, they really threw some stuff at us towards the end of that one, but the mistake they made was Cornic's goal went through a crowd of bodies. We got fortunate with that, but they threw so many people forward for that corner in the 92nd minute that we had a 3-on-1 breakaway, and Kawamoto basically kills the tie with that. Not kills the tie. It's not done yet, of course, but 3-0 in the away leg. Come on. It was also nice to see Pedro Mourinho playing for them and having his goal disallowed. We want to win this match too. Rakic to Kivrak. Good ball. Lisa's header knocks it down. What a finish! Christopher Oyerhaug makes it Tromso 1, Porto 0. Beautiful weather for this match. 4-0 on aggregate in the half-built stadium. Come on. Even Nilsson's a nice pass available here, actually. Pereira could get through. Johansson's in... Oh, good save again from Mattias Johansson. He's not going to get to the rebound, though. Bit hesitant, that one, Mattias. And now we've given away a penalty because we're idiotic. Chance here for Porto to make this a bit more difficult for us, potentially. Even Nilsson, bottom corner, 1-1 here. We've not been amazing, honestly. Patilla. It's a poor touch and he's lost it. Terrible chance for us here. Oh, God. Skov is through. And oh, God, it's 2-1. We've given up 2 goals in 10 minutes here, and all of a sudden it's 4-2 on aggregate. What are we doing? We seem to have this weird habit of doing that in games. Right, we've got to be sensible now. No silliness. This is absurd. This is absurd. It's 3... What is going on here? Alex Pania, just mistake, and we're giving Porto goals. I swear to God, if they throw this away by just making error after error, I will be so livid. You have got to be kidding me. Goal awarded. I am absolutely flabbergasted by this ridiculousness. We give away a penalty on the hour and then just make mistake after that to... what? Like, obviously, Porto, you can see, have been fantastic. Just out of nowhere, they have been fantastic. But it all started when we conceded the penalty. They didn't change anything tactically that I could see. Their shape remained the same. I don't think they even made any substitutions. There was one sub at half-time. I'm just totally baffled by that. I would hate it if we went out in this fashion, because it's just so completely out of nowhere. This has happened before to us as well, when conceding a penalty at random. We just suddenly become impossible to score. Oh, Lisa. Christopher Lisa. Surely. No, he's missed the target. Oh, you joking. This is such a shame, honestly. It really, really is. A crying shame if this is how it ends here. It was a totally even game right up until the penalty. And then something just switched and we couldn't do anything. It would be so shit. It's smashed home by Evan Nilsson. I don't know why I feel so pessimistic about this penalty shootout, because I just feel like all the momentum's with Porto and I feel like we're going to lose, and it's such a shame. Rakic from the spot drills it home at the very least. So Jesse Rakic, one of our many penalty takers, smashing it at least. If anyone can, it's him, but I just don't fancy it. Sure, it's easy for Porto and it's 2-1, in fairness. He has missed one, but hopefully not today. No, what a great finish from Sergio Sarria. 2-2 from the spot. Saved by Mattias Johansson. So we'll see if that pans out again today. Patilla, great penalty. 3-2 to Tromso, and it's Pedro Mourinho, former Tromso player, playing for Porto here. If he misses this, which he doesn't, it's a brilliant penalty from Mourinho. We need to score this. Christopher Lisa, left footer from the spot, scores. We only need, well, if they miss this, we're through. And if we score our next one, we're through. We have 2 chances here for Porto against Mattias Johansson. If Johansson saves this, we're through. And he does! Come on! Tromso, against all the odds of this match, have somehow prevailed after nearly... Look at the second half of this match! It was out... Bear in mind, as much as that's supposed to be half-time, it technically isn't, because their penalty wasn't until the 60th minute. So this right here isn't the half-time mark. That's their first penalty. That's at 60 minutes. Out of nowhere, they just became Barcelona for 40 minutes in this match, and I have no idea how, but somehow we have prevailed and we move on. I can't believe that. By the way, that defeat in that game, 4-1, was our first defeat in 38 matches, and I believe nearly a full year. I think it's been 10 and a half months since we last lost a game. What a result! Somehow, I don't know, I feel bad bad but good. Also, big credit Mathias Johansson to save 2 penalties in the penalty shootout. If there was ever a guy that could do that for us, it is him. And he's been spectacular in Europe actually this season. So big credit to Matty. He's pulling it out when we needed it most. So here's the draw. Arsenal, Djurgården, Milan, Sporting, and of course on our side, Atletico, Copenhagen, Leipzig. So for me, I want Djurgården, Sporting, Copenhagen, or Leipzig. That's really what we need if we've got any... I mean, not to say we couldn't beat the others. After all, we have beaten Spurs and Porto. But, you know, you still want to make it easy. Come on. Oh dear. Oh, very dear. That's probably the worst tie we could have got. Atletico. Oh my God. Didn't we beat Atletico in the Champions League groups last year? So you just never know, really, do you, with these guys? It could happen. Who would we play? And we would play the winner of, oh my God, if we somehow got past Atleti, which I think is still very unlikely over 2 legs, honestly, we'd play FC Copenhagen or Djurgården, and that's a genuine chance at a final. I feel like if we get past Atleti, we will have a really strong chance at reaching the Europa League final, but I don't think it's quite going to be enough. We had the Super Cup final, smashed Lillestrøm 4-2, crazy times, as you'd expect. Rakic was fantastic with 4-1 up at half-time, pretty standard stuff, because there's a trophy ceremony, hilariously. I couldn't show you the stats for it, but there you go, comfortably won the cup. That's nice. I suppose it's trophies. We've got Atletico to think about, though, in a couple of weeks. First league game, incredibly, we managed to win away at Rosenborg, despite me rotating our entire first 11, basically. The only players that I would... Oh, yeah, Haug's probably the only guy that will actually start the Atletico game that played here, because we had no choice because of the squad red rules. 3-2 victory. Steenson, Rodriguez, Sergio. Good news, which sees us go, well, joint top of the league. Interestingly, though, newly promoted sides, Fredrikstad, Ålesund, but also Stjørdals Blink, a side I've never seen in the top flight of the Eliteserien, in the top flight of Norway. I don't think that ever happened during my Building a Nation save over 23 years, so cool to see them up. They were actually 2-0 up in their game as well, and then ballsed it up. Annoyingly, they are matching us player for player, essentially. Well, sort of, actually, with one striker. Interesting. I think if we've got any chance in this tie, we need to win the home game. And we've already gone behind. Marc Montiel, 1-0 Atletico. We've started off okay, kind of controlling things, but nothing real obvious, and we're already behind. If Patilla can get this ball out wide quickly, he does. We've still got bodies forward here, and if he can make it... Oh, what a lovely little touch from Oyahau. Good ball in. Tokic! It's in! It's Nikita Tokic. Tromso 1. We're not going down without a fight here, and yet what a header from Tokic, of all people. I mean, half-time, I think we've been comfortably the best side in this match here. They've had one shot on target and it was their goal. I think if we carry on like this, we could win, but I don't know if it's going to be enough overall. Just need someone like Lisa just getting in a good position. A Kawamoto! Yes! Tromso 2! Atletico 1. That's been coming. Koki Kawamoto scores again in Europe, and we lead Atleti. A third goal would be really nice, though. Cornic has really struggled since joining the game, sadly, and we kind of figured that'd be the case, but can he make up for it here with some magic? Patilla. Oh, rather side. That's surely offside against Kawamoto by miles, right? What? It's given! I thought he was miles offside. Tromso 3, Atletico 1. How the hell was he onside? Oh, their fullback was playing him on. It's Tromso 3, Atleti 1. What on earth? We really do deserve this result right now. Kawamoto, there's runners. Rakic, Lisa, so many runners left and right. Round the side for Chris. Oh, surely not. Surely not. It's 4! It's Tromso 4, Atletico Madrid 1. What on earth is going... It's like the Porto game in reverse. We've come to life in the second half. Come on! I've got to say, fantastic work. Aronson, Svissa, round the side. Don't you dare let them score their second shot on target. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Oh, looking back inside again for Rakic. The build-up is once again spectacular. Steenson! It's scored! It's 5! He must be onside, surely. Yes! Come on! It's 5-1. I can't believe what's happening here. Well, okay, you're getting your money's worth. I'm glad we did the Bonanza episode. He's miles onside. Why did they even need to check that? He's just drilled that in the bottom corner for 5-1. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. It wasn't even like we took off in the second half. It's quite a considerable... It's just kind of an upward trajectory, really. There's no real spikes. It's just in the second half we started scoring the chances. We had 12 shots on target, 20 shots. We overscored our XG a little bit, for sure. But Atletico had 1 shot on target in the full match. And in the second half, only managed 2 shots in the whole game. In the whole second half, rather. As long as we don't lose by 4 goals in Spain, we could be in a semi-final here, friends. What a turnaround! What was that Porto game, though? Seriously. League game, 4-1 victory over Kongsvinger. Hat-trick for Sibander. Nice one for Steinberg Johansson as well. Just destroyed them. But there was an injury to Cornic, who was, again, forced into the squad due to our other injuries. So we've had to... There was a few first-teamers that ended up in this squad just because we had no other players to put in there. Hopefully it's not too serious because we can't lose any more fullbacks. And it's another long-term injury for a fullback. So we're missing Oyahau and Cornic now. So thank Thank God Dina has registered for the for the Europa League at least, because he's going to have to start. And Kiefer, we cannot afford any more injuries in those positions at all. This is a real problem. Well, it's basically the stroke of half time, and this is the first thing we've seen from the match. It's been dull as dishwater, and that's actually exactly what we kind of wanted from this. If we could go at half time at 0-0 here, how perfect would that be? But Matic drills Atletico Madrid in front before half time. Oh, if we could have just survived to half time at 0-0. Oh, pops one over the top for Kawamoto. This could be superb if he scores, and he has! Atletico 1, Tromso 1 in the 50th minute. It's 6-2 on aggregate, and well, we've done very little today, but Kawamoto got the spot, found the space, and scored the goal. Obviously, that will provide gaps for us at the other end as well, though. You've got to be serious. You cannot be... What are you doing? We don't have play out from the back on in this team for this exact reason. What on earth was that? Cleared away, but Dida can bring this down. He's had a dreadful afternoon, honestly, but he's been thrown into the lion's den, to be fair to him, so I can't really blame him. What a goal! It's 7-2. Nikita Tokic, Atletico 2, Tromso 2. What? We've not been good enough for a 2-all here. 7-3 on aggregate in this tie. Ball in, and it's headed home by Mark Montiel for 7-4 on aggregate. It's a 3-2 defeat currently, but we just need to not concede 3 more. Seconds away from a Europa semi-final. That is us right now, and we've bloody done it. Atletico 3, Tromso 2, but it doesn't matter because we are through to the Europa semi-final against Fc Copenhagen, of course. They were definitely better than us today, deserved the win. I think we did very well to score 2 goals out of that. Obviously, the 3-0 defeat, had we not scored any goals, would have actually still not been enough for us to lose here, and I don't think they did enough in this match to deserve to win this tie. 7-4 on aggregate. 7 goals for us is a bit many, but we've done it. We've got to the semis. And the party continues. Fairly straightforward. 0-0 with a slightly rotated side away at Starbeck. Not a bad result, honestly, when you consider the lineups we're having to put out at the moment. We've got a couple of weeks until the first leg against FC Copenhagen, so we've just got to go heads down, really. Another league game. Rotated side beat Lillestrøm by 1-0. Gilbert Sabanda's 93rd minute goal was enough. Tokic had to come on at left back because Kivrak has now gone down injured and off. And we are really just losing fullbacks at a rate of knots here. It's getting a bit absurd, to be honest. So I don't know who's going to play against FC Copenhagen. Here we go then. Tromso versus FC Copenhagen. Ball in a Bernson's header is just over the crossbar. So we've got to be careful with him. I think he could be very dangerous today. Yahaya into the box here. Drops into the back post, and it's not a goal. It's off the crossbar, and Beck gets it back. But we've escaped very fortuitously there, honestly. Rakic to pop one in here. This could be big if we could score, and we have! Nikolai Berntsen. This has been such a tight game. Both sides have had chances, but we have taken a huge step towards the final, potentially. Come on! Loads of space, and... Oh, it's at the post! Yasherovic at the death. Tromso 1, FC Copenhagen 0. That chance at the death for Yasherovic should have been the equaliser. So weird. The moment we scored, we got a lot better and had some great chances because they changed their system. But then they still had that one big chance right at the very end of this match, which could have been the equaliser. Again, Johansson sensational. We are 90 minutes away now from a Europa League final. Still going to be very difficult to go to Denmark, though. They've been very good here. Apologies for the length of this video so far, I suppose. I feel like it's been quite a long one. I'm already 4 hours into this recording, so that's good. But still, this has been fun. If we could just go one step further, imagine the scenes. I feel like we're going to need a goal or two in this one if we've got any chance of getting through. They're a very good side. But if we were to get the first goal, that could change a lot. Oh yeah, Hauks put it through for Kawamoto. Oh no, yes, on the rebound, 1-0. I don't know how that's happened there. Kawamoto has been put through, and it is 1-0 after 20 minutes. Now they have a mountain to climb. I can't believe he missed the first one. Wait, why no replay? Beck's going to go to the byline here. Drops it back inside for NATO. Back for Beck. Edge of the box. Vidal could hit this. And he has. It's FC Copenhagen 1, Tromso 2 on Ag. Vidal with the goal. This is not over yet. Tokic with the ball. We've had to replace both fullbacks as they were having terrible days, unfortunately. Ball through for Kawamoto. Can he finish it off for us here? No, he can't. It hits the woodwork. Oh my God. They've already made all their subs. They are down to 10 men. If we can just hang on for 10 minutes now against 10 men, we will be in the Europa League final. Come on. I think we're going to get it. I think we're going to get it. We've been fantastic today. We really do deserve it. It's going to be a 1-1 draw, and we're going to be in the final. Come on! FC Copenhagen 1, Tromso 1. That is enough to put us into the Europa League final. Kawamoto's goal, I think we deserved it. Over the 2 legs, just about, if you balance it out, I think we've just about done enough to get there. Unbelievable scenes. I can't believe that. I think it's going to be against Arsenal, but we've actually gone all the way to the Europa League final. Of course we have. Just as well I don't have another video to make later, like a recap or something, isn't it? Christ. I can't believe we've actually done it. I still think we might fall slightly short in the final against Arsenal, but just getting there is an insane achievement. Yep, there we go. Arsenal 2, Milan 0. So it will be Arsenal versus Tromso in the Europa League final. We've won the Europa Conference League. Can we, and the league, the cup, everything here, can we go one step further and win the Europa League? That would be some achievement, honestly. So in the interest of expediting this a little bit, I have gone ahead and we played some league games at the moment. I'm just going to run you through what happened. We beat Vålerenga 3-0 in one game. We also beat Tromso 5-0 in one game. We then beat Fredrikstad 3-0 in the next game, but sadly then lost to Bodø in the last game. Finished the game with 9 men because of a red card and injury. Kind of sucks, but had to rotate the side out. We are still top of the league, though, with a game in hand. So that's pretty damn good, considering we've mostly rotated the squad for, I think, all but one of those 8 league games so far. So I feel like that squad would be good enough to go on in our stead after we depart after the next game. And that's kind of where we are. Now, bit of good news about this game. Bad and good, in fact. Tokic is going to be out because he got injured in one of the league games a couple of weeks ago, but it was a 7-week injury. There's nothing we can do. So losing Tokic is a big shame. However, Vieira, Arsenal's striker, I think he's a striker, scored 2 goals against Milan, out for 2 months, got injured yesterday. So, their best striker is out. You just never know, right? What could potentially happen in our final game in charge of Tromso? We could go out as champions of the Europa League if we could beat Arsenal here today. I've tried to rotate as best I can. We've still had some injury issues with the fullbacks again. We're going to be able to go with we're just going to go with the best squad we can possibly cobble together for this and hope that Arsenal aren't good enough. But I don't think we're going to be able to win it, but it doesn't matter because we got here, and that's still a hell of an achievement. So let's sort out this lineup and see what we've actually got. Yeah, that's basically going to have to be it. At this point, that's going to have to be it. We can surely put a couple of extra guys on the bench here, so another keeper, I suppose, wouldn't go amiss. I guess Stockeland can come on there too, and I guess San, after scoring that goal against Spurs, he deserves a place on the bench, but really, we're down to bare bones in that sense. So we'll move Sarah to the middle again, like we always do. Lisa to the left and Scotland to the right. That's just how they play best. We know that. So, yeah, Lisa and Kawamoto. Rakic is in. Patilla is in there too, along with Rodriguez, of course, because of the injury to Tokic. Kivrak and Uyahaug are in, but I sense that Uyahaug will have to come off at some point. Leah Stewart, Saria, Skoglund, and of course Johansson on the bench. We've got Varga. Gomez is there though. Henriksen's available if we need to. Sabanda, Cornish, Dira, and Berg Johansson are other players that could feature too, with Berntsen in there too. I think it's a solid lineup, but I don't think it's going to be enough to beat Arsenal. Look at the number of wanted badges on our squad. You know that the moment we leave, they're just going to decimate this team. You just know it, and it'll be for no money, and that's the saddest thing. Arsenal's lineup, yep, doesn't feature Vieira. Fabio Vieira, their top scorer and top assister, is out. So that is a big moment for us, potentially. The other good thing is they're playing the same shape that Atleti played, and we hammered them in that first game. If we get a bit of luck and it goes like that, you just don't know, do you? You just don't know. But thank you for staying with me up to this point. If you have, drop a like on the video in advance, basically. If we could get 300 again, that'd be lovely. It's the longest video recording I think I've ever done. I don't even want to look at how long that's been running for. I might even run out of camera memory at this point. So let's get going. Here we go. Tromso versus Arsenal. Our final game ever in charge of this team. Can we go out with a bang? That's the dream. That is the dream. Thomas Tuchel's Arsenal, actually, with Martinelli up front through the middle. Wow. I just have no idea what to expect from a game like this, really. It's just a case of we're just going to go out there and do our best. If we could get some good passing plays going through the midfield, maybe. If Lisa and Kawamoto turn up to their best, you just never know. Rakic, nice. We are definitely going to miss Tokic. He's such an important player for us. Uyahaug on this left, though. Can he find the right cross? It's a difficult one. Back for Patilla. Round the side for Christopher Lisa! Deflected wide off the defender. Oh, if we could have taken an early lead, my goodness. But we look up for it. Aaron's now to the byline. He's gone. I mean, he's just run right past Uyahaug here. Slipped across, and it's... Oh, good lord, we got away with that one there. I just get the feeling we're going to get that one opportunity with a great ball through the middle like this one. Patilla, he's in. He could square it. He blocked. He could have squared that to his teammate. 15 minutes on the clock, and it is definitely all Arsenal at the moment. But you know what we're like. Sometimes it just takes us a little while to grow into a game. We've come from behind plenty of times before, and if we were to fall behind, I'd have total confidence that we could do it again. But Aaron's now in lots of space, and nobody's closing him down. Drops it across, and it's a brilliant save from Johansson there to deny Arsenal the opening goal of this match. And, well, they've got quite a lot of intensity at the moment. Saka blocked again. Lisa's right there and he's won it. Brilliant from Lisa. We needed a bit of that, but that is a waste of possession there. Oh, no, it's not. Kawamoto's got it back. Kawamoto scored! It's Tromso 1, Arsenal 0 in the Europa League final. Absolutely shambolic defending from the Gunners, and we take the lead here. Come on! But the chance was there, and we took it. And Kawamoto could be a national hero in Norway if that actually counts for everything. And it's off the bar. Again, attempting to be in the correct position half the time. He's just allowing Aaron so much space. We might have to tell him to press him. I think we might have to get a more engaged press on Aaron. What a block that is. And how just clatters it clear. Okay, that's fine. We've actually shepherded him quite nicely down Martinelli, and it's tipped over by Johansson. What a god. We are so unbelievably fortunate to be in front in this game right now. It is backs against the wall, but Scotland is there, and it's so close to being 2-0. What a save. Well, half-time. You can see what I mean about how good Arsenal have been and how very fortunate we've been. They've had some opportunities. Johansson's been excellent in this game. Skoglund is just winning everything in the air and playing brilliantly. Kawamoto took the chance. It could have been 2 by half-time, insanely. but we've got a lot to hold on to. One of the problems we had before, back in the day, was shutting games out a little bit too early. And at the moment, I think we've just got to try and stay in this and make sure that we've got an attacking threat, even though we haven't really had much of an attacking threat, to be fair. Oh, no. Hugo Arellano with an absolute stunner from distance. I think Johansson should be getting to that. It is 1-1. I can't really begrudge them that. Honestly. Like, they've been the better side tonight. I was just hoping that we could maybe hang on like we have done so many other times, but he just sort of catches the keeper by surprise, really. Just gets it out of his feet and just hammers that near... I mean, Johansson has to stop that. He's already on the near post. Just anything behind that and it's not a goal. Just holding the ball up nicely here. Martinelli's in. And it's a good save from Johansson down to his right. He's being patient with it. At 1-1, there's always a chance for penalties or something, maybe. Leastu and Sarria. Whoa, we are... Oh, no. He's missed it! Johansson is determined to give Arsenal this title. If he could find a tiny bit of space to head something home here at that near post, needs to be a good delivery. Rakic drops it in there. Skoglund! Wide of the post. Oh, that was a chance. At the very least, we're going to hopefully take them to another half an hour. Bonucci, no! Over the crossbar. And at least we'll do extra time here. So one change. Sabanda's on for Patia. Kawamoto's dropping into the attacking midfield role, and we're going to have Sabanda playing slightly further up there because he's been so good for us in Europe this year. I feel like he deserves a chance to try this out. And now with all three of those guys on the pitch, maybe there's a bit more athleticism in there because Patila's been struggling for a while, honestly. Oh, chance for a free kick. Kawamoto will deliver this, and it's Scotland off the crossbar. Half-time and extra time, still 1-1. I feel like an Arsenal team with Vieira up front kills this game off in normal time, honestly. They've got Ødegaard playing as a deep-lying forward now. And if we could just create one more chance, I just wonder if there's someone on the pitch that could actually take it for us, maybe. Kawamoto or Sibanda or someone like that could just do something special. Dira, this could be it, maybe. Can he deliver a good cross? He has, you know. He has, you know. Henriksen! Christopher Antonio Henriksen, the youngster who came through the youth academy while we were here, pops up at the back post and it's Tromso 2. Arsenal 1. Come on. This is outrageous. Holy God. 9 minutes to go in the Europa League final, and insanely, we are leading through Christopher Antonio Henriksen, of all people. The youngster, born and bred on the island, has come up with a goal that could potentially win us. Oh God. Pagano. Space for them. Gotta be careful here. Whips it back across. It's a brilliant save from Johansson. Absolutely stunning stop. Pagano's on the ball again. Round the side for Elton. I think we're dead out there. We are absolutely dead on our feet. And Pagano's there, and it's cleared by Sarria this time. The defenders are dead on their feet. Skoglund has been stunning today. And it's a Gume, and it's cleared. And Kawamoto will pick this up. Holy shit. Oh my God. Come on! We're going to do it! Tromso 2, Arsenal 1. We're going to win the Europa League. I can't believe this. From where we were when we threw it all away against Porto to go and win the whole bloody thing, that is outrageous. Tromso 2, Arsenal 1. We've gone and won the Europa League. It was worth the longest recording session. I'm so glad we decided to stay for one more video. I realise that this is like possibly in excess of 40 minutes, and I do apologise for that. It's Tromso 2, Arsenal 1, champions of the Europa League. I can't believe we won that game. We had no right to win that match. But Christopher Antonio Henriksen has just become a hero to everybody in that island. What a lad. 7 million quid for that. There's so much. I mean, there's just, you know how it goes, really. I can't believe it that we've actually gone and done that. We've won the Europa Conference League and we've won the Europa League in the 6 years that we've been at the club. And obviously that means Tromso will be pot 1 in the Champions League next year, so good for them. And I think that now means that we can leave with our heads held high. We've done the job here. We've done more than the job, honestly. And now we get to go to Denmark, because that's where we will be going, with this under our belt. And what a CV that is. 2 European trophies for Tromso in 3 years. Outrageously. And a league-winning campaign that was absolutely fantastic as well. I suspect they'll still go on to win the league again this year. I just don't know. So, I guess join me next time for a job hunt video. If you have enjoyed this, and I honestly really hope you have, it's been a blast recording this. Stressful as all hell and extremely long, but thank you so much for joining me with it. If you've reached up to this point, I don't know, put Skittles in the comments or something so we know you've actually reached this far into the video. I don't know. It's something we used to do on the older analysis videos. But thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed it, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That would be very generous of you. I'd appreciate it very much as we move on to our next job in the next video. It'll be sad to leave, but it's the right time to make it happen. And you never know. Maybe we could come back to Tromso. Maybe we could use them as the team to go and win the Champions League with later down the line. It could still happen. There's nothing to say we can't do it. So, I'll see you soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.